I just ate a disgusting number of nuts. Hello, everybody. It's your boy Jmulls. Don the tinfoil hats, people. I'm starting to think there's a better chance than ever before at seeing a return of Xenosaga, because something rather major, unexpected, possibly exciting has just happened. An old beloved series was just resurrected. The major players for today's story, CyberConnect 2 and Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco, the same one from here. We begin a little journey of ours with Twitter. CyberConnect 2 official English. Today, February 16th, 2026 marks the 30th anniversary of CyberConnect 2. To commemorate, we will begin development of .hack//0, a new original game. This title will be fully self-published by CyberConnect 2, from planning to development to release. Remember that. We'll watch this trailer in a second. We have another tweet. The rebirth of .hack. The .hack series has always been developed by CyberConnect 2 and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Yes, this one. But for .hack//0, Bandai Namco Entertainment has given CyberConnect 2 permission to manage the entirety of the project, from planning and development to release. It will be a title that is fully self-published by CyberConnect 2. Hold on, I gotta go choke on those aforementioned nuts real quick. I'm back, and world-renowned violinist Taro Hakase has penned the music, kickstarting the project to the dexterous tune of his violin. .hack 0 will be a novel RPG experience that blends the series' trademark duality of fantasy, game world, and reality, real world. For those who don't know .hack, because I'm not too familiar with it myself, the game takes place in an in-universe MMORPG, kind of like SAO. It's just, I'm fairly confident .hack came out first, but again, like I said, I'm not an expert on this. That blends the series' trademark duality of fantasy, game world, and reality, real world, with modern expectations, oh god, infused with 100% pure CyberConnect 2 spirit. The game will be enjoyable for both veteran fans and new players alike. Please look forward to this newest iteration of .hack. We even have a little website, apparently. I like the black and white scheme. I like this image that looks, to me, as someone with Persona 3 brain rot, that looks like Igus to me. Starting in like a hospital room as well. Also, you know, reminds me of P3 in a lot of ways. This is just what they posted on Twitter. Genre action RPG developed and published by CyberConnect 2. About the .hack series. .hack is a series of action RPG games depicting a virtual game space called The World, and characters who are swept up in incidences related to it. The stories unfold in both the real world and the fantasy world within the game. The first title in the series, .hack Infection, was released in 2002 through Bandai Namco Entertainment. Just for reference, by the way, just want to point that out. Just cast that line and see what bites. And 3 seasons were published in total. Did you think I came to play today, by the way? Yeah? We're batting 1,000, people, and 3 seasons were published in total. The franchise expanded to anime, novels, manga, OVAs, and more, pioneering cross-media world building, mobile game in the 2000s. I mean, come on, people, I am batting 1,000 here today by telling varying stories from the same universe. So let's watch the 1.5-minute trailer right now. Okay, looks rather cool. I hear this one's supposed to take place in like about 10 years, like the near future. I quote the Raven, nevermore. Yeah, that looks about right, yep. Yeah, welcome to Windows 11 there. Good morning, the world. Actually in English, it's supposed to be hello world. You see, I've taken computer science classes. I think 1 in high school. I'm a bit of an expert. The armor design looks really cool. And I know this series has been on hiatus for quite a while. I gotta imagine .hack fans themselves are absolutely freaking out right now. The animation style seems very stylized as well. I don't know if this is like congruent with what .hack used to look like and feel like, because as I said before, I just have no real experience with .hack. So comment down below how y'all feeling about this if you're .hack fans. Okay, my man's busting out a Rasengan. Yeah, basically just, here's some animation, here's some teases, here's a bit of the music. We're back, baby. Let's talk about now why this matters and what it could mean for Xenosaga, besides just making a bunch of kind of tongue-in-cheek little comparisons. So Xenosaga is a JRPG series from the PlayStation 2 when Monolith Soft was still under Namco. That was for episode 1. Namco would eventually go on to become Bandai Namco because corporations. But you see, Monolith Soft would eventually leave Bandai Namco. Nintendo would end up picking them up. And under Nintendo, Monolith Soft worked on a series called Xenoblade Chronicles. And in Xenoblade Chronicles, over the course of the last few entries, they've been really leaning into Xenosaga elements, not just as tongue-in-cheek references, but as main pillars of the overall plot and narrative. Some of them can be rather easy to miss, but if you know Xenosaga's story and lore, the games are actually very much like in your face with it. It's not subtle, it's not just meant to be references, they're intertwining the stories of Xenosaga and Xenoblade. So a lot of people, myself included, would go, well, why would you continue to lean in the direction of incorporating Xenosaga characters and plot points into Xenoblade if there was no plan to have some kind of new version for Xenosaga that the new fans you've accrued with Xenoblade could actually enjoy and engage with? Because let's face it, getting your hands on a bunch of PS2 RPGs at this point is not the easiest or cheapest thing in the world right now. And some people began to speculate, myself included, that maybe this was the plan and that there was some plan to hopefully bring back Xenosaga in some shape or form. Now, it's been a while since these games have come out. Xenosaga Episode 1 came out in Japan in 2002. That's almost 24 years ago to the day. Xenosaga Episode 3 was 2006. This would be the last we see of actual Xenosaga for the games. It has been a long time. But the reason I can look at something like the revival of .hack and say maybe the same could apply to Xenosaga is because of a lot of those connections we discussed in the earlier part of this video. If Bandai Namco are willing to do this for CyberConnect 2 and .hack, what's to stop the logic in saying, hey, maybe they could do the same thing with Monolith Soft when it comes to Xenosaga? Because again, the Xenosaga elements in Xenoblade are not subtle. They name drop one of the primary antagonists in Xenosaga in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed with Dmitry Yuriev. And heck, the poster girl for Xenosaga, if the camera would pick this up, kos-mos here, she's just in Xenoblade 2. You can say she's a non-canonical little bit of DLC, but the character of kos-mos and Telos are just in Xenoblade already. And with every new version of Xenoblade, they lean more and more into Xenosaga. It's deliberate. It's not accidental, but it is entirely possible that it's just Takahashi and crew trying to utilize as many Xenosaga elements as they physically can without actually being able to bring Saga back. And I've talked about for a while now where for me, as a business, if I was Nintendo, I don't see the logic in allowing a development group like Monolith to just consistently have to rely on Bandai Namco for stuff and to credit another company when we could just make Xenoblade its own individual series that is completely standalone to Xenosaga, but that's just not what's been happening. To me, as a business, it only makes sense that Nintendo gets something to sweeten the deal here. So does this confirm a revival of Xenosaga? No, not at all. But it could indicate if we do get a revival of Xenosaga and we see Xenosaga Episode 1, 2, and 3 be brought back, this could be how it's done. The .hack route. It's not like this is a different company. It's Bandai Namco that did this. This Bandai Namco. Let's take a quick look at a tweet from this individual. Let's do so. The completely new work .hack was made possible with special permission from Bandai Namco Entertainment. CyberConnect 2 will handle the planning, development, and sales. For now, just gratitude, look forward to it. I could easily see Bandai Namco saying, hey, Monolith, do your thing. I could easily see that happening. Xenosaga's return might not happen, and if it does, it might not happen soon. It is all up in the air right now. But I think what this serves as a reminder too is to never give up, because anything can happen. Markets change, policies change, business practices can change, anything is possible given time. And if you want to know the moment, the nanosecond Xenosaga ever makes a potential comeback, you will know, because all you will have to do, put your ear to the wind and you will hear my screams. Now, if we could eventually get a remake of this, that would be awesome, by the way. I would love that. Here's where you come in. Leave a comment down below with if you would be excited for a return of Xenosaga and how would you like to see it be returned. Just a simple port, remasters, or remakes, and what would you like to see changed or preserved? Personally, I want the art style for Xenosaga 3 to apply to the other games as well. Episode 3, one of the most gorgeous games I've ever played. Thank you all for tuning in, and while you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and helps support future content, and I greatly appreciate it. It's not the only bit of Xeno discussion we have currently, by the way. Rumors abound of a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Definitive Edition. Here is one of the main things I think that needs to be preserved, and it's a woefully underrated element of game design. Want to find out more? Check out this video right here. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Until we meet again.